You enjoyed the last video so much that we decided to do part 2 of the top 10 anime where underestimated main character is strong from the start. This video has a differential of the first one. Now, the MC is not frustrated with his power. Since the beginning of his appearance, he fully demonstrates his power. But unfortunately, the people around him believe that he's very weak. Time, these MCs demonstrate to everyone that he's a hero whatsoever and that he's stronger than they think, but stronger than he imagines himself. Let's go straight to the main. Number 10, Lord of Vermilion. Set in Tokyo, it's January 29, 2030. High-frequency resonance is observed in the vicinity of Tokyo. Red fog rolls into the city. Those who hear the sound, humans and animals alike, pass out, losing consciousness. Everything shuts down in Tokyo, believing that the fog is carrying an unknown virus that causes an epidemic. However, 6 days later, after the incident, people wake up as if nothing happened. After that, Tokyo's sealed-off city sections gradually return to normal. However, since the high-frequency resonance, some bizarre events start to happen, and people find themselves being pulled deeper into more mysteries. Meanwhile, young people start to become aware of themselves and release their power hidden in their blood, discovering themselves as vessel of wisdom blood. Together, being led by something unknown, they meet, communicate, and face the unavoidable circle of fate, sacrificing their own lives. Number 9, Radiant. Seth is an aspiring sorcerer from the Pompo Hills area. Like all wizards, he's an infected, one of the few living beings who survived the contact of the Nemesis, creatures fallen from the sky that contaminate and decimate all those they touch. Being immune to them, Seth wants to become a hunter and fight the Nemesis. But more than that, Seth wants to engage in a quest that goes beyond the simple hunt for monsters. He wants to find the Radiant, their presumed cradle. Aided by a faction of fellow sorcerers, he travels the world in search of the Radiant under harsh scrutiny. Number 8, Magmel of the Sea Blue. Out of nowhere, a new magmal continent suddenly appeared in the center of the world. A new era of exploration begins when unknown organisms and resources emerge from your sleep. So explorers are willing to discover the mysteries the continent offers, but the anguish occurs in succession. Meanwhile, you, a boy, and your colleagues are taken to the continent with the mission of rescuing the explorers. Number 7, How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. When it comes to the fantasy, massively multiplayer online role-playing game Cross Reverie, none can match the power of the Demon King Diablo. Possessing the game's rarest artifacts and an unrivaled player level, he overpowers all foolish enough to confront him. But despite his fearsome reputation, Diablo's true identity is Takuma Sakamoto, a shut-in gamer devoid of any social skills. Defeating hopeless challengers day by day, Takuma cares about nothing else but his virtual life. That is, until a summoning spell suddenly transports him to another world where he has Diablo's appearance. In this new world resembling his favorite game, Takuma is greeted by the 2 girls who summoned him, a petite Pantherian adventurer and a busty elf summoner. They perform an enslavement ritual in an attempt to subjugate him, but the spell backfires and causes them to become his slaves instead. With the situation now becoming more awkward than ever, Takuma decides to accompany the girls in finding a way to unbind their contract while learning to adapt to his new existence, menacing Demon King. Number 6, Isekai no Seikishi Monogatari. Kinshi Masaki has been kidnapped and brought to the world of Genminar by a mysterious group. To get back home, he agrees to help them assassinate the newly crowned empress of the Stryu Empire, Lashara Aasu the 28th, using a giant robot called a Sacred Mechanoid. As her army fights them off, Lashara takes note of Kinshi's abilities and demands that her attacker be captured alive, only to find out the pilot is male, which is extremely rare on Genminar. Believing it to be a waste to kill him, she makes Kinshi her attendant. As the Empress's new servant, Kinshi is required to accompany Lashara to the Holy Land, an academy where sacred mechanoid pilots hone their skills. His arrival attracts attention, but Kinshi is unaware that something sinister is brewing within the academy, and it could plunge the entire world into war. Number 5, Unlimited Psychic Squad. Kyosuke Hyobu, an Esper who was betrayed many years ago, is now one of the most powerful Espers, and also a fugitive. However, behind that glare lies a heart. His main mission is to save Espers who are mistreated by humans, even if that be by force. Through his methods, he has saved many Esper lives and gained the loyalty of those he has saved. The name of his group? Pandora. Number 4. Problem children are coming from another world, aren't they? Izayoi Sakamaki, Asuka Kudo, and Yo Kasukabe are extraordinary teenagers who are blessed with psychic powers but completely fed up with their disproportionately mundane lives, until, unexpectedly, each of them receives a strange envelope containing an invitation to a mysterious place known as Little Garden. Inexplicably dropped into a vast new world, the trio is greeted by Kurosagi, who explains that they have been given a once-in-a-lifetime chance to participate in special, high-stakes games using their abilities. In order to take part, however, they must first join a community. Learning that Kurosagi's community, No Names, has lost its official status and bountiful land due to their defeat at the hands of a demon lord, the group sets off to help reclaim their new home's dignity, eager to protect its residents and explore the excitement that Little Garden has to offer. Number 3. Yona of the Dawn. Princess Yona lives a life of luxury and ease, completely sheltered from the problems of the seemingly peaceful kingdom of Kouka. However, the sudden murder of the king and betrayal of her beloved cousin, Suwon, places Yona's life in mortal peril. Forced to escape only with son Hak, who is both her childhood friend and bodyguard, the naive princess soon discovers that Kouka is not the idyllic place she envisioned it to be. Poverty, strife, and corruption run rampant, making reclaiming the throne nothing more than a wishful fantasy given the kingdom's current state. Based on the popular manga of the same name by Mizohu Kusanagi, this anime follows Princess Yona on a coming-of-age adventure as she faces the harsh realities of her kingdom. With only a mysterious legend to guide her, Yona must discover a way to restore Kouka to its former glory while being pursued relentlessly by the forces of the new king of Kouka. Number 2. The Asterisk War. Long, long ago, an epic catastrophe known as Inversia caused a complete change in the world's power balance. In the years following this disaster, a group known as the Integrated Enterprise Foundation rose to power. In addition to this massive change, a new breed of humans born with amazing physical skills known as Genestella also emerged and joined the ranks of humanity. This anime follows the story of Ayato Amagiri, student who has just transferred into one of the 6 most elite schools for Genestella students in the world, Seidokan Academy, where students learn to control their powers and duel against each other in entertainment battles known as festas. Unfortunately, Ayato gets off to a rough start. When trying to return a lost handkerchief to a female classmate, he accidentally sees her changing, which leads her to challenging him to a duel. What most people don't realize, however, is that Ayato has no real interest in festas, and instead has an alternative motive for joining this prestigious school. What is Ayato's big secret? Will he be able to keep up his act when surrounded by some of the greatest Genestella in the world? Number 1. The Irregular at Magic High School. In the dawn of the 21st century, magic, long thought to be folklore and fairy tales, has become a systematized technology and is taught as a technical skill. In First High School, the institution for magicians, students are segregated into 2 groups based on their entrance exam scores. Blooms, those who receive high scores, are assigned to the first course, while Weeds are reserve students assigned to the second course. This anime follows the siblings Tatsuya and Miyuko Shiba, who are enrolled in First High School. Upon taking the exam, the prodigious Miyuki is placed in the first course, while Tatsuya is relegated to the second course. Though his practical test scores and status as a weed show him to be magically inept, he possesses extraordinary technical knowledge, physical combat capabilities, and unique magic techniques, making Tatsuya the Irregular at a match high school. Well, this was today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel. And also, enter on my Discord server. The link will be in the description of the video. Anyway, see you in the next video.